Okay, remember I said I wasn't going to be filming anything? Well, today I am going fishing with my dad. He just invited me. Well, I can't go fishing because I don't have a license, but I'm going with him while he is fishing. And I'll be taping that and filming that, so that's what you're going to see. A little surprise for you. Not just sunshine, but we're going fishing. Well, Dad is. I can't go because I don't have a license. But we're going to be fishing today. Well, Dad is. I can't really go. But I'll be watching him and filming it. Stay tuned. Stay close. Go ahead. You can say something if you want.
I ordered some tea from Dunkin' Donuts. They gave me tea with lemon and cream.
Curdlation. It didn't curdle?
Oh, it curdled like hell. Thank you very much.
Did you take it back?
I'm going to take it back right now. So you see how my day is starting off. I'm very happy. Thank you very much.
We'll see you guys in a little bit. Oh, there's one thing we forgot to tell you guys. We're hosting Easter this year, meaning people are going to be coming over to our house, meaning our family.
Come listen to her story about a man named Jib.
We so love when we have our family with us. We do. It's so nice. Are you depressed?
In my version, it's come listen to a story about a man named L, whose family's coming over. He'll be in hell.
But you're just saying that.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, it's just, you know. Yeah, I forgot to let you guys know that because we just found out today. Like, we really have a choice anyway.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it's a family holiday, and this was my grandmother's favorite holiday, and the grandmother was my mom's mother. So, of course she's going to have the family together.
Who I actually adored, so.
We'll allow it.
In her memory, I'll bite the bullet.
No, you won't, Dad. You'll think about it. So next time you see us, we're probably gonna.
No. In hell. Oh, sorry.
No, Dad. We're fishing today.
Oh, yes. We're going fishing for a little bit.
And then we'll be either. Is it a long trip to go fishing? Or
No, it's only like 15 minutes from here.
So maybe we'll be on the road, depending how stupid the road is. But we'll be together.
Well, we'll see. We'll, fish for an hour or so, see what happens, and, take it from there.
Okay.
See if we can catch some more trout. I caught my limit on opening day, so.
He did. We're having that for dinner tonight. So.
See if I can catch some more.
Later. I'm with Dad, and he's prepping his rod and reel.
Very good.
That's right. And I'm not fishing, I'm just holding the rod and reel. And if you look behind us, it's really nice, and we'll be starting soon. What? It's crowded because people are parking to do other things, but there's one other person fishing here, so we'll be back. So you're wondering what I'm doing. I'm sitting down watching my dad fish. I will show you pictures of Dad fishing. Plus, I'm going to ask him a few questions. And he's going to be interviewed. And then we're going to probably do a show about fishing. So far, he's not really found a place yet. But they said the place was kind of fished out. So we'll just wait and see. There's a road along the side. That's why you keep hearing cars go by. But I'm going to show you a picture of Dad. Hold on.
This is called the Esopate Creek. It's part of the Mercer County watershed, part of the confluence of the Millstone River, Manasquan River. Leads into the Delaware Rapids Canal over by Trenton.
Basically a hunt and peck kind of game, right, Dad?
Right now, yeah, until I find out where they are and what they're biting on.
So that's exactly what you're doing. You're just flying out, I guess. This is the area. It's a park, so. Sitting on a tree stump that was cut in a particular way as to not make it comfortable for people to sit on, so it doesn't become like a rest stop. Is that basically what they do, Dad? And you're not really comfortable, are you? So, you know. But there's some sights of nature too. It's really pretty, like flowers. Yay! Such a girl sometimes. It's lying snagged on a tree, so as you can see, it's trying to get it out. Oh, but he got it out. Yay! And he's checking for any damage. There's a little bit of a breeze, as you can see. So that's the reason why his line snagged onto a tree branch so high. And it's a little cool. I wish I had brought my gloves, but, you know, I'll tough it out. And Dad, talk to me.
Change riding reels. I think I have too much line on this pole. It keeps getting tangled. So I'll stop using this for today and try to take some line off. If you have too much line, it tangles. So I'll retire this one for the day until I get home to make some repairs and use my secondary.
Whatever you missed, we're going to talk about it in the car on the way home, so don't worry. I was trying to show you
fish, so we'll try another spot another time.
He's giving up right about now, and he's going to find, because it's such a smaller body of water, the fish are pretty much depleted in populace. So, and farther behind him down there, say it now about the eddies.
Yeah, there's obstructions in the water, down logs and rocks that create diversions in the current. And where that item is, there's a slower pool of water or slower body of water. It's called an eddy. Fish go into those eddies and relax so they don't have to fight the current. And while they're there, they look for food coming down. So it's a good place to fish. That's where he caught his 2 small fish. But I haven't seen this gentleman over here catch anything since we've been here. We've been here almost an hour. And the 2 fish he's caught were very small. He threw them both back. So
it's pretty much not worth staying.
No, not a big enough body of water. So we'll try someplace else that's a little deeper, maybe. Maybe a lot more fish options.
So this is a portrait of my dad, the fisherman. Go ahead, Dad. Oh gosh. Are we done now, Dad?
We're done.
Okay. I said we were done, but I guess we're not. What I'm going to show you is my dad's first lure. He decided to change his lures, so maybe we're going to see if that's the case of why, you know, there were no fish. But I will show you his first lure. Hold on. That's the new lure. Nothing much is going on. Is that lure a little bit bigger? A little bit heavier and a little bit bigger. It's a little bit different blade and a bigger color. And as you can see, you know, that little pathway right there, you walk down. These guys that were leaving, including Dad. We're just about to leave, and then the trucks came to restock. And it looks like a big old, not even a cement truck, but a stock truck. And guess what? We're going back to fishing. Be right back. And the battery's getting lower, so I won't be able to tape very much, but I'll tape as much as I can. Guys, we are so done. Now, I told you we came back and we stayed a little longer, and that'll explain why. Because I don't want to get it wrong.
Well, just as we were preparing to leave, a hatchery truck came by and did an unscheduled stocking in the spot that we're in. Now, that's a extra added bonus for fishermen because you don't expect that to be an occurrence while you're fishing. So, on the off chance that the fish that were stocked were in a biting mood, you stick around a little bit longer to see if they're willing to take any bait that you throw in front of their face. However, as is the case with most hatchery trout, they are a little skittish when you first put them in the water, and they tend to run to cover and relax and take an assessment of the area, find out which way the current's going and what cover there is for them to hide in. And either tonight or tomorrow they'll probably start feeding. So I'm sure they're probably a little hungry from their trip from the hatchery to where they're finally deposited into the water system. So give them a few hours, maybe a day, and they'll be ready to start feeding again.
Sorry. We had to take a little quick stop. We were behind a garbage truck, and one of those frequent, did I say it wrong? Frequent stops that it made. So we apologize. But go ahead, Dad. Finish up.
How was it? It was a nice day. Didn't catch anything. In the 3 hours that we were in this spot, we only observed 3 fish being caught. Well, actually 4. One smaller trout. I understand that Saturday, just like in the spot we were in where we were having a great day, they were like 25 or 30 cars in the spot that we're in, and they pretty much depleted the most of the available stock. So, hey, that's fishing in New Jersey.
Yay, New Jersey!
In any event, thanks for listening.
Dad, you have to go over a few things because they didn't hear you with the car, remember?
Oh, a few things like what?
Well, you were talking about your lines and changing the lines.
Oh, well, you try a variety of baits and lures to see what the fish are interested in biting or eating. And you fish for a little while with one thing, fish for a little while with something else until you find either the correct pattern or color or bait that they're interested in. And it's, the fish are very temperamental. They could be starting to feed on one thing in the morning, and by noon, if they're still feeding, switch to something entirely different. And then the evening is something else entirely different. So you have to be prepared for all kinds of contingencies. Trout in particular are very finicky eaters because they are very wary fish, and not weary in terms of tired, wary fish in terms of being easily spooked and scared. So you have to be very quiet, very particular about how you approach them. Otherwise, you're going to throw your door in the water all day and not catch anything, and it could be full of fish. So that's what I was doing when my daughter was trying to share the information with you before. I was changing lures for different color to see if color had any impact on bringing them up. The colors I used Saturday weren't very productive here, that doesn't mean anything necessarily. They probably could have been productive early in the morning or later in the evening. Just that during this cycle, they didn't attract anything. So that's what we were talking about before, and the cars, and the car noise in the background.
Plus the vibration scared away the fish.
Yeah.
And I explained that to you guys when
we were
I
fishing
came back.
near a bridge that's pretty heavily traveled, and sometimes rocks and other things, plus the vibration from the heavy trucks may send shockwaves through the water that might have an impact on things too. But who knows?
And I kept seeing ripples, and I kept pointing it to Dad, and he was telling me that that's not always fish. It could be
an eddy in the current. It could be a turtle. It could be a frog. It could be a snake. It could be small fish running away from big fish. It could be a number of things, or it could be a big fish. You know, all kinds of possibilities.
Sandhole.
What?
Sandhole.
Yeah, it could be an air pocket being released from the sandbar that was nearby too, because we were in a sandy area. So that's...
What is a sandhole?
A sandbar.
Sandbar, sandhole.
It's a higher mound of underwater dirt that is could be rocky, it could be muddy. In this particular case, it was built up from sand, which was deposited from the time when they did the bridge construction. So it made a shallower area in the water. So if you were in a canoe or a boat, it would be a hazard because you're planning on the water being a certain depth, and all of a sudden you hit this really shallow area, which is artificial, and oops, you bottom out. So you have to be careful about those. But for fishing, they wind up being areas where fish rest behind the current.
Forgot about that, didn't you? Sorry, I had to correct Dad's drive. He was going to make a turn and he didn't need to make it right now. Look ahead, finish up, and then we'll conclude.
So all those things are cover areas where fish can congregate and hide and rest from the currents in the water that you need to be aware of, and fish in those areas. That's it.
So that was our fishing day. I mean, normally we're out for hours, but since there was really nothing going on, it's okay to leave early.
Yeah, come back another day. Don't burn all the sunlight doing nothing.
And the fact that we didn't use bait, you didn't need to. I mean, when we went saltwater fishing, yeah, I had to bait my hook all the time. But this time, you don't bait your hook when you're...
Not necessarily. It depends on what they're biting on. If they're biting on worms, then we would be using worms and baiting up a lot more often because they'd be biting the ends of the worm off and not necessarily biting the hook. So we'd probably use a lot more worms than we would, or if they're biting on minnows or
which are other little
insects
fish,
or other things. It all depends. It all depends on what they're feeding on. You give them what they're going to eat if you're going to catch them.
That's it, Dad?
That's it.
But you are the nicest guy you'll ever meet.
I'm the nicest guy and the nicest fisherman you ever want to meet.
So, that's Fishing with Dad. I'm sure we're going to do it more often than what we're talking, like, it's been years since we've done it, so we're going to do it more often. And maybe another time you'll see us play golf. But for now, that's it with Fishing with Dad. And like I said, any questions, leave below in columns in the statements. Columns, wherever. Just leave below. And I'll see you tomorrow. Love you.